Hi, everybody. Thanks for jumping on. We're going to give people, like I said, a few more minutes to join and should be getting started around 10:05. Thanks for joining this morning. And as we wait for people, kind of like we did on the last session, I'll just play a quick Wing overview video to kind of just pass the time. And then once that's done, we can jump in and get started with today's session.
Are you struggling to drive leads and opt-ins due to uninspiring digital experiences? We get it. Pre-built templates are easy, but can only take you so far. Go further with gamified promotions that are irresistible, like Unilever, generative AI quizzes, spin to wins, scratch-offs, swipe gestures, brackets, countdown calendars, and more. As many as you need in less time and under one platform. Engage your audiences and capture more opt-ins with Wyng. Go from unnoticed to unforgettable.
Perfect. Okay, let's jump into today's session. So thanks everyone for joining this morning. Today's live product demo is going to be focusing on social media marketers and how you can get the most value out of the Wyng platform. So quick introduction before we jump into the agenda for today's meeting. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Greg Smart. I'm a customer experience strategist here on the Wyng side. I've been with Wyng a little over 8 years now. So great knowledge of the platform as well as working with our clients, kind of learning what your goals are and how we can best position the platform to help you achieve those goals. So quick overview of the Wyng solution. Like I said, we do have those four main pillars of like engaging audiences, capturing leads and opt-ins, capturing that preference data, and creating creating shoppable experiences. Today, we're really going to be focusing a lot on the engaging audiences and the capturing leads and opt-in side, especially how it relates to social media marketers and how you can get the most value out of the platform. So as we go through today's session, if you do have any specific questions, feel free to either throw them in the chat or unmute yourself and ask the questions, and we can kind of dive into anything that you may have as well. So for today's session, what we're going to cover, we're going to start off with UGC contests and promotions. When it comes especially on the social side, our UGC contests and promotions allow you to pull content directly from social media platforms like Instagram, things like that, as well as being able to share some of the UGC the users upload directly to the platform on those various social platforms. So we'll touch on just a high-level overview of our UGC offering. From there, we'll then go into experiences that help drive repeat engagement. So these things that you can promote on social and drive people back to those Wyng experiences to keep driving that repeat engagement with those users. The three ones that we're definitely going to highlight here are our countdown calendars, especially with the holidays coming up. Countdown calendars seem to be very, very popular with our clients around like Black Friday and leading into the holidays. We'll also do brackets to help to help drive those voting type experiences. And then some just high-level overview of our gamified promotions, things like that. We'll also review our social sharing tools that you can implement on Wyng experiences, a refer a friend functionality, again, that you can implement or turn on for any Wyng experience, and end on trackable links. Especially on the social side, if you are going to be running paid ads on things like Instagram, TikTok, things like that, we also have the ability for you to create trackable links within the Wyng platform that you can use when you're creating those ads and those posts. So you can see not only on the dashboard of that social platform that you're running the ads on, but also within Wyng, you can see the traffic that would be coming from those various ads and those various posts. So we'll touch on that to see how you can easily set those up within the platform and use them when you are coming up with your promotion strategy for the various experiences that you're building out in Wyng. Perfect. So first, we're going to touch on our UGC contests and promotions. So first, we'll take a look at an example here. This is an example for OxyClean. What OxyClean is doing here is they're collecting data or user-generated content in two ways here. The first is off of a hashtag on Instagram where they're asking users to use hashtag #MyOxyClean to show how OxyClean is helping them clean different products in different parts of their home. So if you post on Instagram using that hashtag, we're collecting it, storing it in the back end, and then the OxyClean team is going through approving and rejecting content, also adding on what product was used to help kind of show off their various product offering with real life examples. We also have a gallery here that's showing off all of the content. They're collecting both images and videos within this gallery. And again, all this is pulling in either from a direct upload on the page or via our Instagram content stream that they have access to. So for our UGC experiences, you can run all of this from the content tab within the builder. The content tab has a few different sections to it. The first one is our manage content section. And this allows you to review, moderate the content that's come in before it appears in a public-facing gallery. You can also add internal tags here as well if you wanted to help curate or make highly curated visualizations. Say you wanted to do a like Christmas only experience, or there's a specific, or say you wanted to do like more so like fall or something like that. You can go through, tag the content that you've collected with those internal tags, and really have that highly curated either gallery, carousel, different things like that. Now, when it comes to ingesting content into the Wyng platform, if you click over here on streams, this is where you can go through and set up those social content streams. Currently, we have a social content stream set up for Instagram. So what you would do is you would come in here, you would go add stream. Once you add the stream, it's going to ask you to go through and authorize your branded Instagram account here. And then after you go through and authorize this account, you can then select what type of content that you want to pull in. So maybe you want to collect all @mentions of your Instagram account. Maybe you want to have more of an internal stream where you're collecting all of the content that your Instagram account has posted. You can do that, or that your Instagram account has been tagged in. So you can look at it along the lines of where your mentions are on Instagram. Alternatively, we can also collect content based off of specific hashtag. So you can go through, you can list the hashtags that you want to aggregate here, and then once you hit save, our system will then start listening for these various posts, and it will pull them into the manage section here, where you can then go through and authorize, moderate the content that's coming in. Along with being able to pull the content off of social, we also have the ability to go through and collect user-generated content via a direct upload component that's available in the platform. And you can also mix you can mix the sources of the content that you've collected into one visualization. So if you wanted to do both a both a social content stream to collect some content, as well as the direct upload, you can do both and have both of those content sources show up in the same gallery. That's what the OxyClean team is doing here. They're collecting both content from their Instagram stream that they have set up, as well as, if you see here, you can also go through and you can directly upload an image or a video on their page and have it appear in this gallery. Cool. Any questions around user-generated content before we jump over to some of the other experiences in the platform? Cool. Let's jump over to some of the other experiences that we have here. Cool. So now we'll focus on experiences for repeat engagement. The first one that we're going to highlight here are our countdown calendars. Now, the countdown calendars act as a hub page to drive users for repeat traffic. So A lot of times these are run around the holidays for like a countdown to Christmas, 12 days of Christmas kind of thing, where you can feature a different deal, a different product, a different content, or a different Wyng experience every day for a set number of days. What we see work out with the best countdown calendars that get run with Wyng is it's a mix of different content every day. So it's not like 12 days straight of just what's it called? Of just sweepstakes or something like that. Maybe day one is a sweepstakes. Maybe day two highlights a specific product. Maybe day three shows some exclusive content. Kind of mixing it up so people don't know what they're going to see every day when they come back to the countdown calendar. Another best practice to keep in mind for countdown calendars is try not to exceed 30 days on the countdown calendar. Sometimes when you get those longer countdown calendars, we see a little bit of a drop off halfway through. So you try to keep it within that 30 days. I would say most commonly, like 12 days of Christmas, like that 12 number is definitely one of the more popular ones we see for countdown calendars. Also see like some 9-day countdown calendars, things like that. Let's jump over and see a quick example here. So this was 10 days of giveaways. This was one that our clients over at Sony Music did, where they featured a different artist for a 10-day stretch with a different either giveaway or prize available for each of those days. Users could come in, click on one of the, click on one of the tiles here and be able to go in, enter to win a specific prize based upon whatever artist was being featured that day. You can also have it where you can lock and relock the tiles, either unlock them on a specific day and have them relock on a specific day if you want to add in that customization. So it's a great way to drive, like I said, drive repeat visits into the experience. Setting up one of these experiences is also very straightforward. If you come over to the Experiences tab and go over to our template library, the countdown calendar is a fully templatized experience here. So if we click on Create here, let's just say, we'll look for it that way. Here's our countdown calendar. If we click on Get Started, this is going to drop us into the builder where we can go through and quickly and easily build out one of these countdown calendars. Now, for the countdown calendar, since it does have so many moving parts, you're definitely going to want to have a plan going in when you're building out the countdown calendar. Like, hey, how many days do you want the countdown calendar to run for? For those days, what do you want them to look like? Are they going to link out to different Wyng experiences? Are they going to link out to different products or different deals on your site? What's the plan going to look like there? Once you have that set and you have your assets, you can come in here, easily swap out our placeholder countdown tiles with the tiles that you're going to be using for your countdown calendar. You can also come in here under date behavior. This is where you set when the tile will unlock and become live. And then you can also set the click behavior. So what happens when a user clicks on the tile, whether it opens up a URL on your site, whether it navigates to another page in this experience, etc. You have a few different options to choose from. So again, we lay everything out front and center here for you to go in quickly and easily build out one of these countdown calendar experiences. Any questions around the countdown calendar before we jump over to our bracket experience? Perfect. Perfect. Next, so for our brackets, the bracket experience is a great way for you to have users vote on different selections of either your products. Maybe it's if you're a food and beverage company, maybe different flavors, things like that. If you're beauty and cosmetics or CPG, between different products, different looks, different things like that. What we say here is be intentional with the matchups that you're doing. So you don't want to have, say in the first round, you don't want to have your two favorite products going up against each other. If that's the type of bracket that you're running, try to space it out so it is a seeded bracket. and you're not having any like heavy hitters go up against each other in the first round. Um, we see the best bracket experiences usually run around those 4 rounds, starting off with around like 16 matchups. But you can also shorten that as well if you wanted to start off with like 8 potential competitors in the bracket and go from there. And then finally, with the bracket campaign especially, enable a data capture form for users to either sign up for an email list or something like that, email opt-in, or just any other marketing materials. Let's go over and check out our, what's it called, our bracket example. So this was an example that was run by Novamex for Doritos, where they were trying to figure out what was everyone's favorite flavor of Doritos. So they have some great graphics here showing kind of the workflow of how users were voting. This is what the final 4 looked like. And then you could come down here and you could vote on your favorite, what's it called, your favorite flavor of Doritos soda here. This was a really cool contest that they ran this year to figure out what everyone's favorite flavor of Doritos soda was. You can also, this example was using our regular question component or regular question setup in the quiz or in the questions component. You can also run a bracket with our swipe questions as well. So if you do the head-to-head swipe instead of just selecting which answer or which selection you want to vote for, you can also have users swipe for which selection they want to vote for to make it a little bit more mobile focused, if that's the kind of experience that you're looking to run. To run a bracket experience, this is also over here. So if you come over here to brackets, again, jump in, get started. This will take you over to the bracket template. Again, everything that you need to have to build out one of these bracket experiences will be ready there for you. And all you'll need to do is just go in and upload your creative and add in your copy and things like that. So you'll see here we have it set up here to just be the normal quiz question, but alternatively, if you are in the questions component and you want to change this up from a regular question, you can also do this multiple choice swipe question, and this will also work for a bracket as well. So you can go in and again, instead of clicking on the image or clicking on the selection to make your vote, you'd be able to swipe left or right on it to make your vote there. So next type of experience that really drives on that repeat visit is our gamified promotions. So these are things like scratch off experiences, spin to win experiences. You can also throw trivia quizzes in here, other interactive polls, things like that that really get people to come in, interact and engage with your experience. Promoting these on social really does a great job of getting people to come to them, and having promoting a spin to win where people can go in and get some type of reward for interacting with the experience really helps to drive that traffic and provide some great value exchange for users who are interacting with the experience. There's just a few spin to wins that we have. This is one that our clients over at Darfon did, where people could go in, spin the wheel, and figure out which prize they were being rewarded with. We also have another. This is our scratch off, where people can go in and scratch off the top image. Again, that's branded for you as well, and see what they want. With both the spin to win and scratch off examples, you can fully customize what the creative looks like. So it'll be an on-brand spin wheel or an on-brand scratch off image that sits on top of the content that gets revealed. Same thing for the trivia quizzes and things like that. You have full control over what those questions are. We've also released a new program internally, and if you do have any interest in this, definitely feel free to reach out to myself or your account representative. We're looking to add more gamified experiences into the platform. We have a few that are in the works right now on the roadmap that you'll be seeing over the next few weeks and months. But if there is a specific type of gamified experience that you're interested in seeing in Wyng, definitely reach out and let us know. We're really looking to have feedback for that, so we can kind of work that into the future roadmap. And we'd love to work with you if you do have a specific gamified experience that you're looking to see supported by Wyng. And then for our gamified experiences, if you come down here, we do have a gamification and instant win section where you can see, again, there's that custom game request. Then we have our spin to win, scratch offs, things like that in this section here. Cool. So next we'll touch on the social sharing tools. So after you create an experience within Wyng, one of the ways to help promote it is to not only do like kind of the sponsored posts and the branded posts that you're going to be doing on your brand's social accounts, but also give users who interact with the experience the ability to share it on their personal accounts as well. So inside the Wyng builder, let's jump back over here. Just create an experience, design your own. So inside the Wyng builder, we have a few different ways to enable social sharing. The first one is through our share component, which is, let this catch up here. Cool. Perfect. Our social share component that you will see here. So with the share component, we can share to places like Facebook, X, Snapchat, email, WhatsApp, things like that. For here, what you can do, you can go through and you can upload your own share image that will appear, I believe it will appear on Facebook and X, as well as Snapchat. You can go through, upload that image here. And then down here, this is where you can either enable or disable a specific social platform here to be able to share on. You can also set the title and the description of the, of the share that the user will be making. We've also updated the share icons, where if you wanted to make these icons look more branded, you can also go through and either update the SVG element or change the fill color. So say in this case, if we wanted the Facebook one to be black, you can go through and you can change what the background color looks like in the image as well. Again, to help it look more on brand with your site. And that's available for all of the share icons that you have here. Aside from the overall share bar, and this is what this is going to share out is the campaign as a whole. We also have the ability to, in the questions component, share out specific results. So after you go through and you set up your result, you can go through and you can say, have users, when they are sharing this out, go through and be able to share their specific result. This is especially valuable for things like personality quizzes as well as trivia quizzes, where people can share, hey, I got like 5 out of 5 questions right, like challenge you to beat my score kind of thing. You also have the ability for the photo and video upload components, where people can go and share out the piece of UGC that they created or that they uploaded into Wyng. Again, to help kind of drive and promote the contest that you're running on the UGC side. And there's also a share capability within the Flex Grid, where you can make it so people can share out items that you've approved and are appearing in any of our galleries or carousels or things like that. And again, that's over here on this sharing tab. And you can upload that there. Cool. So that's all the different sharing capabilities that you have within the Wyng platform. Any questions so far around like any of the sharing or anything like that before we go into the referral capabilities in the platform? Perfect. Oh, actually forgot this one part. Aside from just sharing, you also have the ability, if you would want, to add follow buttons to a Wyng experience. The way you would do that is it would be using our HTML component. So you would add this to the page. You would go to, I believe, Facebook and Instagram have a way to create and generate the embed code for a follow button on in their platform. I believe it's the same for a TikTok as well. So what you would do is you would go over to that platform, create the share icon or generate the share icon there. And then when you have that embed code, just come back into the Wyng builder, use this HTML component, and all you would do is just place your embed code that got generated by those platforms for the follow buttons here. Then just hit save, and you would have those follow buttons on the Wyng experience. So this is a great way to help drive people to go through and drive followers and things like that by having those follow buttons either on an after submission page or maybe in the footer of the Wyng experience. So we do it with that HTML component. We do support the ability for you to embed those follow buttons into a Wyng experience. Next, we'll touch on the refer a friend capability. So what this does, this allows users as they interact with a Wyng experience, specifically any of our forms. So whether it be the form component or a form in the video and photo upload or the quizzes, you can go through and you can reward users for referring more people into the experience. So in order to do that, what you would do, if you come down here and you say enable referral tracking, so what you'll do is you'll toggle this on. In the form itself, you'll also come here and you'll say add field, and there is this referral, referred by code field that you'll add here. We have a few different settings for this as well. You can make it always visible, always hidden, or auto. And the way that works is after you enable this, enable the source track or the referral tracking, when a user submits the form, they get a personalized referral code that they could either give that code itself to their friends and family so they can enter it into the form manually, or we also generate both pretty much all of the links that are available in the share component. So a direct link that they can send to users via email or text. You can also share directly to like Facebook, X, different things like that. And inside, once the referral capability has been enabled, we automatically apply the referral code as a URL parameter into any of those URLs. So if someone clicks on one of those URLs to come back to the Wyng experience and that referral code is available, what we do is we grab that and automatically put it into the, into the form. So we can then correlate that form submission to the person that referred them into the contest or into the experience. So what you can do is, since we can track that, you can then reward people with additional entries into the experience for getting people to participate. You can also give them specific or special content for referring people in. And it's a fun way to help reward people for doing some promotion on your behalf. So once you have that referred by code section in, you would then come to the share component that you add to the page. And inside the share component, there is this display referral tracking code. So what you would do is you would turn this on. And what this does, this will attach the referral code to any of the links that get generated here, as well as it will also offer up the code as text as well, so people can see what their code is if they just want to copy it and send it to a user that way. Again, the referral option is available for all Wyng forms, whether it just be the form component, the form that appears in the questions for all of our quizzes and polls, as well as the form that's available for the photo and video upload section as well. Any questions around the referral capabilities? Cool. Perfect. Let's go over to our last section here, and that is trackable links. So this is extremely valuable, especially on the social media marketing side, for when you're promoting a Wing experience. So for any experience that you build out within Wing, if you click on links here in the builder, you can do add or manage links to this experience. You can also access this on the experiences page itself. If you click on the more icon over here, over to manage. And there's this manage links button here as well. So once you click on manage links, this is going to take you over to our referral or our source tracking link section of the builder. Now, what this allows you to do is create specific links to use for, say, it's like an Instagram ad or a TikTok post or something like that. Or if you're working with various influencers and you want to give them specific links to track how much traffic and how many people came from that link, participated in the experience, you're able to do that. So what you would do is you would say create trackable link. You put in the experience URL that you want to link to. So if you're going to be using the wyng.com landing page here, what you would do is you would just copy the landing page URL and put that here. If you're having the experience embedded on your brand.com website, you would then put the end URL for where you're embedding the site or where you're embedding the Wyng experience here. After you set that up, you then come down and you can select the source. So say in this case, we're going to say this is an Instagram ad. We have a few different options here. You can also do we have pretty much the run of the various social channels here. We also, for all of our different settings here, we also have this other section. So say if you wanted to have this be, we'll just right now, we'll say, hey. You can also make custom sources as well. Once you create this, you'll see we have the link here. So what you would do is, in this case, if we were giving this to influencer A, we would copy this link, give that to them, and then whenever they make any post or anything like that, they use this trackable link. When someone clicks on it, it then redirects them over to the Wyng experience. We also, for all of the trackable links, we generate QR codes as well. So if you were doing live events or anything like that, and you wanted to have different QR codes for, say, specific stores or like your booth or something like that at a conference, anything like that, we also support or generate those QR codes in this trackable link section as well. And then once you have these links created in the metrics dashboard, you'll see underneath the visits tab that we have a breakdown of the traffic that come in from all of the various trackable links that you created. Same with the form submission tab. So you'll be able to see the number of users that came in and actually submitted from any of those source tracking links that you set up. So really valuable tool, especially on the social marketing, the social media side for tracking the different promotional posts that you'll be doing, as well as ads and things like that. So you can see all within the Wyng metrics metrics dashboard how those different posts and how those ads are performing. So you don't need to be jumping from platform to platform, things like that. Okay. Any questions around the manage the source tracking links before we jump back? Perfect. Cool. So that brings us to the end of end of today's live demo. So we'll leave it. If anyone does have any questions, feel free to jump in, throw them out either in the chat or just unmute yourself and ask any questions that you may have. Just want to go over a last thing. So next month, we're going to be really focusing on email marketers and how they can get the most value out of the platform. So if you do have email teams that you interact with, definitely let them know about this so they can come and register, and we can walk them through the different capabilities that Wyng has for the email marketers at your businesses. Also, if you haven't checked this out, I know we're right, everyone's in the middle of holiday planning. Our marketing team put a great resource together, 10 ideas for high converting holiday campaigns. We've seen a lot of our clients get some great inspiration from this. So if you haven't checked it out yet, highly recommend reading through this and highlight some of the more popular holiday experiences and just gives you some ideas as you're in that planning phase for holiday 2024. Perfect. Thanks everyone for attending today's session. We are always looking for what's it called for feedback on these sessions. So as you do leave, if you can answer this quick 3-question survey that we have at the end of the Zoom, really that really does help us out in terms of planning the content and adjusting these sessions to make sure you get the most value out of them. So thanks again for joining today's session. Hope this was valuable. If you do have any questions that you may not want to ask publicly, definitely feel free to shoot me an email or the support team an email, and we're more than happy to kind of review what questions you may have and answer anything that comes up. So thanks again for attending and have a good rest of your week. Ooh. Oh, we got a question here. Oh, no worries, Josh. We'll see you. Bye, everybody.